Hey everyone, welcome back to EverQuest, the Hero's Journey. We're here in the level 65 Shadowknight Rogue Shaman, and we've got 2,835 AA points spent with 18 saved. We are in the Plane of Tranquility and looking to take the next step in our Planes of Power progression flagging, and that is the Plane of Air. I think this fire pod here is what you click on to get in there, but we'll check that in a minute. The first thing we need is to talk to this guy. Let's check the guide. I believe this guy's supposed to give us a container. There we go. Maybe I'm missing it, but I don't actually see it specified here that we needed to talk to this guy to get this container. I was just reading the guide. It says we have to do a ring event to spawn an avatar, and there's 4 avatars. We have to get the items off of them to get the key to Zegani's Island. Okay, echo of the past. Make sure I'm not in another instance. Quit. Non-responding. Okay. Alright, not really sure where to go. Looks like these 4 circles are probably the best bet. Wait, was that one of them back here? At the zone in there? No. Don't know how we get down there. Okay. Looks like we found our way into one of the areas. Is this the northwest? This is actually the entrance / exit. Alright, not really sure what we're expected to do. I guess kill everything. These guys are putting some debuff on me that is rooting me in place. Shackles. Alright, I guess we'll kill the rest of the stuff. Some small updates on the character progress. I did go back to the Plane of Fire and killed Fen and Roe again. And in killing him, I got this dagger. I looked at what it comes out to be when it's legendary versus what the other dagger from Seleucid Row, this one, comes out to be when it's legendary, and the one from Fen and Roe was better. So I had already started to waste the time on leveling up the one from Seleucid Row, so I swapped that one out and put the Fen and Roe one in there. So when that gets upgraded to legendary, I'm thinking that'll be my new offhand. I hate to lose the Feast of Blood proc on the Mario Cars dagger, but I think overall the other one's probably going to be better, even though I don't think it has backstab damage. So yeah, I don't know. At the very least, we'll try it out, see if we notice a big decrease or increase or no change at all, and then decide whether to keep using it or not. I also killed Saru again, and got a neat augment off of him. Hang on, what? Elementals. Smoke elementals, okay. So I attempted to do Saru 2 of 4, as they say, air quote, where I leave 2 of the mini bosses up and then engage him, and he has the buffs from those 2 mini bosses, but was not successful. So I did Saru 1 of 4. This time around, I left the boss with the attack speed buff up. Whereas last time I left the boss with the mana drain up. I feel like the attack speed one was easier. Obviously I didn't have to struggle for mana, so that was nice. And then I was able to mostly mitigate the increase in the attack speed by using the disease-based slow from the Shaman line. Plus we're level 65 now, so that helps. But yeah, I don't know when I'll be able to do more than just one of 4 for Saru, but not right now. So anyway, we got this augment off of Saru. I don't know what the situation is as far as like what you have to do to ensure this is on the loot table. Like, is it there potential for it to drop no matter what, or do you have to, kill through with at least one other boss up, one mini boss up? Yeah, I don't know how that works. So if anybody knows, please let me know. So anyway, I stuck this on my primary hand because it has fire damage 10. So I think that basically adds 10 damage to my weapon, just in the form of like fire damage. So I guess it uses the mob's like fire resist to determine whether it hits or not or something. I don't know. I haven't noticed any change in the combat log as far as the way damage is reported. As far as the amount of damage I'm doing, though, I can't say I've noticed a difference, but I also don't pay super close attention. So, it's not like I know that my max hit so far has been 2,112. I just totally made that number up, but yeah, I don't pay that close attention to how hard I'm hitting or what my usual hits are, especially for like white melee damage. For things like proc crits or like dot tick crits, those are generally static, so I tend to remember those a little more. So they crit for the same amount every time they crit. Oh, actually, did have some more gear changes aside from the dagger we're leveling up and the augment. I did make some of the plate elemental armor. So I can make sure I'm going in the right direction here. So I believe the only place I would have got that was from the Plane of Fire, but I got a handful of plate, like elemental plate molds or something, and they're called. What are they called? Elemental bracer mold, gauntlet mold, helm mold, greaves mold. So yeah, I got new legs, um, new arms, and new helm. There we go. So these are the quested slash crafted. You need blacksmithing to make the metal that is used in the quest container combine. And then you need the armor mold drop from the elemental planes. Um, I was sad to upgrade my arms because I had just finished upgrading the umbral vambraces from Vexthal to legendary. So I wore those briefly. Um, but these ones had more AC, um, and they had Burning Affliction 4, so I was able to drop Burning Affliction 4 from my tribute buffs that I run. I think it also had more spell damage, more heroic strength. There was just a handful of things that were like, yeah, this one's going to be better. And just switch the Augs I was using in my other arms into this one. The Greaves, very high spell damage. They've got, strength, dex, good hit points. So yeah, just upgrade from my previous ones, which I think were from Vexthal as well. Can't remember. And then helm. Finally upgraded the white dragon scale helm from Velius. Um, the AC on this one's killer. This new one, tons of hit points, great overall stats, and big spell damage there. So, um, yep. And that one has a Faerun Warren effect on it, so that's See Invisible, Ultra Vision, and Water Breathing all in one. So I don't have to worry about any of those three things anymore. I did look at the gloves and bracer because I do have the molds for those, and I don't think I don't. Maybe the bracer was gloves, definitely not. Um, the stats and stuff on these gloves from Carafrim. They also drop a Vulak, I think, in Temple of Vishan. But these ones, yeah, they're. I didn't realize how good they were at the time I got them because I'm still using them 2 expansions later, and they're still good. So, yeah, very good there. Did actually have one other thing that I picked up recently. It's a new clickable item. Where is it? This one right here. Fitz's chromatic earring. It's quested from Sleeper's Tomb. You need 4 items. I forget whether it's teeth or scales or horns or yeah, I don't know. It's off dragons. in Sleeper's Tomb. Can drop off of the Ancients and or Warders, the 4 dragons that you need to kill to spawn Carafrim. I forget if it can drop off of both or only one of them, or I don't know. It definitely can drop off of the random dragon that Carafrim spawns during the Carafrim encounter. And there are 4 types of those things. There's black, gold, silver, and storm. So I think those are the types of the dragons that you fight. But it's like black dragon horn, or gold dragon horn. Oh, and the other one's hearts. Hearts. So there's the gold dragon heart, there's the black dragon heart, there's the silver dragon heart, and there's the storm dragon heart. And actually, I think the hearts are for a cleric druid shaman neck piece with a clickable regen slash mana regen buff. But yeah, you get those things, you turn them into a guy in Sky Shrine, and he gives you the earring. The earring does not stack with my Coldane Hero Insignia ring. This uses slot 2 for its 8-point damage shield. This new earring uses slot 2 for its damage shield. Now it's only 5 points, but I also get 5 attack and 5 hit point regen per tick with the buff from this earring. So that's what I've swapped to for now, unless I feel like I need that extra 3 points of damage shield. I'll use the buff from the earring for now. So the buff is pretty cool. One downside is it's not instant cast. It's like 0.5 seconds, but basically pretty much instant cast. Almost nothing is going to interrupt a 0.5 second cast. Oh, one other thing I got. Another clickable. This one right there. We got Blazing Vambraces that dropped off of, I think, just trash in the Fortress of Zek. Yeah, clickable, instant cast, 15 fire resist, and damage shield buff. So now when things hit me, my damage shield is currently at 90. I can get it up higher if I really wanted to. Like I could swap to that Coldane ring for an extra 3, and I also have this Cloak of Icy Shadows. This has a clickable 6-point damage shield. There you go. I don't use that one often just because of my buff space. Like I wish I had more buff slots. But yeah, with that, we're at 96-point damage shield, so everything's taking 96 points of damage whenever it hits us, which in this expansion is pretty minute. Like, that's not going to make a big difference to these guys. I wonder if you only have to do this once. I assume so. The whole ring event thing to spawn the avatars and get the things to get the key to Zegany's Island. Not sure I'm going to want to come back and do Zegany more after I kill her, but maybe. And if so, I definitely wouldn't want to have to kill all this stuff just to get to her. When I went and killed um, Fen Row again in the Plane of Fire. I killed as little stuff as possible. Unfortunately, you do have to do that event, where the packs of mobs and the big demon guys spawn on the bridge, and you kill your way through them, and all that stuff just to get the boss to spawn. I partially went back to see if the first time we killed him, was like a fluke or something, because it wasn't difficult. And I remember having a lot of difficulty with Seleucid Row, so I just assumed Fen Row, you know, was gonna be harder. But I don't know. Maybe I'll have to go back and watch the video, but it it seemed like Fen Row was kind of not hard, at least compared to Seleucid Row. Check the map and see if there's anything else up here. Hard to say. It's hard to tell. Where are we? Oh, okay. There's more stuff. Were these here a minute ago and I just missed them? I don't think so. I don't know. So, using that AUG from Saru in my primary hand weapon, I had to sacrifice. So it's slot 4 only. So typically slot meant for like weapon procs. So I had to sacrifice the. What did we do? I moved the Black and Lava Rock, which is 100 point direct damage proc, onto my offhand, and took the Wolfenite Gem, which is 70 point proc, out of the offhand. So I had to sacrifice a direct damage proc on my primary hand for that Saru AUG. And I don't know. It's one of the things where I'm not sure if it made a difference. Yeah. Got Rabid Bear. did my illusion get dispelled? I thought they couldn't dispel things anymore. Maybe I hit the buff cap and it overrode it? Got some shoulder pieces there. Alright, I don't think I see any more mobs up here. I think we came from that way. I don't know. This place is a little confusing. So it says there should be avatar over here. Maybe we gotta kill these things? Okay, I guess we didn't do whatever we needed to do to spawn that guy. Now it does look like the avatar of Mist is up over this way. At least he's on the map. It shows him as a redcon. Okay, so he's targetable. He's tough. Must be the armor break that he hit me with there. That's making me take so much damage. Alright, bags are getting full, but Mystical Essence of Mist, that's what we're after. Alright, let's find the next target. It's hard to tell, but I'm pretty sure that's a named right there. I think I'm stunned or something. There we go. So after that last boss, the Avatar, I paused for a minute to go to the bazaar, empty my bags. I decided to swap my weapon augments around. I put the Saru augment, the one with fire damage, into my offhand. And then I moved the 100 direct damage proc into my main hand. The thought with that is maybe the plus 10 damage will get applied to backstabs, since I'm using my offhand weapon, the dagger, to backstab. I don't know, maybe. Alright, kill more spiders maybe? Alright, let's check and see. Can we see? Yeah, we're hoping to get the Avatar of Dust to spawn, and I think that's who spawns by killing spiders. Oh, that's pretty cool. Rainbow over there. So I'll try to kill some more spiders. I don't know if you have to kill all of the spiders here, or like what the deal is to get the Avatar to spawn. It just says do a ring event. Like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that means. Like, typically a ring event to me doesn't involve mobs that are just sitting around. Like they spawn sequentially or something like that. Maybe it literally just means kill the mobs around the outside of this big ring. You know, I don't know. These guys got tons of hit points. At least it feels like that. Alright. Looks like the Avatar of Dust is still not up. Maybe there's more spiders. Oh, Can barely see these guys, and they're gray cons and don't attack, so I don't know, maybe I gotta kill these two? Oh, okay. Looks like there's a boss over there, maybe? Alright, maybe that's the ring event, and you kill that guy, and other guys spawn. I'm stunned here. I heard someone say that you can't get stunned on a mount. I don't know if that just means, like, can't get your spells interrupted, or, like, I don't know if that applies to what was just going on there. See if we notice any difference. So far so good on the stun thing with the spiders. Unless I just haven't run into another spider that does the stun thing. Haven't noticed that I have been stunned at all. Shrink. There we go. Mini horse. Alright. Oh, big spider. Seems like it silences. Let's throw up Rabbit Bear. I'm gonna Spirit Guardian. Silenced. There we go, Spirit Guardian. I don't even remember what Spirit Guardian does. Let's see. Spirit Guardian. Place a ward on you. Heals you over time when your health drops below 50%. Okay? Not sure my health drops below 50% at all there. One hand blunt hammer with 100 direct damage proc. Proc's level 1. Alright, now the Avatar of Dust is up, and we gotta figure out how to get back there. Can't sneak and hide on a horse. I guess one nice thing with having come to this spot already with the Avatar not up is that we already killed the trash in the room, so the boss will be easier. Okay. Oh, he's got a silence. Purecaster Shield. Looks like reduce the cast time of detrimental spells by 18%. Alright, so that's 2 of the 4 pieces we need to combine in that quest container. This was the spider area. We were just here. This is the Phoenix area. I was just checking out a map of this zone online to get a better feel for the layout. Made a little more sense after looking at the map and not just using the in-game map. And there's like an upper level and a lower level, and the south, west, and northeast are part of the lower level, and the northwest and southeast are part of the upper level. Yeah, still quite confusing though. Okay, where are we now? Storm Riders. And then from here, we could go, let's see, south, where are we? Northeast to A. I don't think the Avatar of Wind is up yet, though. So we still gotta kill that ring that spawns the Avatar of Wind, which is supposed to be the Storm Riders, and we killed the Storm Riders, I thought. Like, I don't see anything on the map here. Maybe we gotta kill those two Storm Riders that are at like the entrance down there. That would be silly. I still don't see the avatar of wind up. Oh, something spawned up there, I think. There we go. So, yeah, unfortunately it seems like I had to kill all of the Storm Riders or something. I don't know. Or at least those two at the entrance. Alright, so that should have spawned the avatar we need up in the northeast. Yes, now we see a red con up there. Okay. Now, how do we get up there? Northeast is part of the lower level. So I think we go this way. We'll have to deal with the avatar and the handful of level 65 mobs in the room. Let's see if we can get through there. There. Okay. There we go. Looks like we only got the avatar and one. Nice. Throw some dots on him and then we'll switch to the other guy. Alright, a little bit easier when you don't have the 4 ads. I guess that's the move, attack one of the ones from behind, and seems like it won't aggro the other ones, and it'll just pull the avatar. Alright, that's third of the 4th items we need for the key. Oh, looks like I got him as a pet. And I'm lost. Which way? Nope, I was going the right way apparently. Okay. Alright, so we did wind, dust, and mist. And we need smoke. And that's the elementals, who are south of the Storm Riders. So if we go back, the Storm Riders are up here, I think. We go this way. We'll start looking for elementals. I know we were here. I guess we just missed this guy? I don't know. Apparently it was just that one guy that was left, and we failed to start the ring event last time we were here. Looks like my swarm pet finally decided to join us. Looks like we got a boss over there. The Elemental Masterpiece. Alright, that should have spawned the last avatar we need. It looks like it did over here. Avatar of Smoke. Alright, so he's on the southwest side. Feels like the quickest way back there would be to backtrack. Well, this area is confusing. Okay, found it. Oh, okay. We'll do this side. Hopefully only get these 3 ads and the boss. I'm picking this side because of this guy. He's a humanoid. I think he can be assassinated. Actually, no, he's level 65. I can't. Oh well. Alright, we got him. Got that guy. Let's get some dots on the avatar. All right. Let's get our container. Open that up. We got the mystical essence of wind, mystical essence of dust, mystical essence of mist, and mystical essence of smoke. Hit combine, and we got ourselves the wind etched key, which is the key to Zegani's Island. Don't know how to use it. We'll definitely look into that. But considering how long it took to get that key, we're going to split this into a two-part session. Hopefully there's not too much more after this. But yeah, I think we're done here for now. Hang on, there's a yellow oh. What is that? How do we get there? Is that upstairs? Oh, there's a named right there. I guess I'll try to kill it. Let's see what we get here. Scintillating feather mask. Casters. Not great. For being this deep in the plane of air, it's really not great. Alright, changed my mind. I think we're going to give Zegany a go. That just means this video is going to be a little bit longer than I would have liked, but try and find our way back to where we need to be, which was actually that neat rainbow that I noticed earlier in the spider area. That is the teleporter to the Zegany Island. Hang on a second. Not that way. I think it's this way. Is this it? No, that's the zone in. So Storm Riders. So go this way, and this should get us to where the elementals were. And if we go straight across and follow this path, it should get us to where the phoenixes were. And then go north. And I think we're gonna come to like a crossroads. Okay, here. And I think we want to go this way. No, that goes over to, maybe try this way? Okay, yes. Alright, let's redo some buffs here. Alright, I think I'm going to leave my AE dot up for this fight. Alright, we got our... Oh boy. I assumed we were gonna teleport up here and just kind of kill the boss, or fight the boss, but does not seem to be the case. I'm seeing a bunch of ads over there, trash or whatever, that we have to probably kill. I don't know. Maybe the outlines I'm seeing over there are not active yet, and those are the mobs that add during the fight. My understanding of the fight is that you kill her, and then each 15% there's like a wave of ads that spawns. Ouch. Alright, I'm expecting this to be difficult as far as pulling stuff, so I turned my pets on hold and turned off assist, and I'm going to try and pull these and split them. We'll see. Oh, of course the swarm pat's going to bone me. Alright, well, maybe he can tank one while I take on the other. I thought there were 3 over there, so I was concerned, but I'm like stunned or something. I don't know what the heck my swarm pet's doing. He's just going for a jog. Alright, let's try, hang on, pet, swarm, assist off. Okay. Now, I'm trying to pull these guys, or this guy. Hopefully. Oh, we're getting Zegany. Alright, here she comes. Let's find a rock. And try to heal ourselves. Wasn't really ready for that. Throw in our regular weapon. Alright, gonna go Rabid Bear. Spirit Guardian? Okay, here's ads here. Alright, let's use Canny early, in case we need it again during this fight. I was not ready to engage her, and so my mana is not doing great. Alright. Try to get a Melos on her. Good. Alright, let's see if we can get a Tash on her. Oh, we got ads coming again, looks like. Alright, we got Tash. Alright. Trying to get an AE dot on these guys. Good, good. It's like we're silenced. Alright, I don't think we need that anymore. What are the odds that we're going to have a chance to sit for a second? I feel like there's way too much stuff hitting me to attempt to sit right now. Yeah, gonna have to abandon that plan to sit. I was hoping to mental corruption, so that I could throw on a proc that will restore mana for me. But yeah. Let's do Call of the Ancients. What's that? The Healing Ward, right? We'll do Spirit Call. Is it Languid Bite? Or that was probably a waste. Languid Bite. I don't think I had the buff space for it. I feel like my dots are doing too much damage to Zegany. I probably shouldn't be reapplying them. And forcing more ads to spawn before I can deal with the existing ones. And yeah, here's the spiders. Alright, let's go Leech Curse. I think that makes all my melee attacks heal me, and also increases the damage that I do with melee attacks. Oh great, more. Alright, Zegany's dead. Died from my dots, apparently. That was very chaotic. Oops. But easier than I anticipated. Alright, what'd she drop? Wand of Flowing Wind. All. Range primary, secondary. 30 AC, 310 hit points, 20 spell damage, bunch of stats. Fury of Druzel. Increased damage of magic-based direct damage spells by 300%. That's pretty good. That would be life taps. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I would use it. You know, obviously it's not a weapon, so I would not use it in primary or secondary. Range slot. I'll have to look and see what the legendary version looks like compared to this one. Probably gonna be better. Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe we'll level that up. Alright, I definitely don't remember the rainbows. I don't remember her being here, like in a little courtyard thing. I wonder if they've changed this area since I did this zone 25 years ago. Yeah, it doesn't really look familiar. Although maybe we were killing her over here. Yeah, I think we pulled her like over here. So maybe I just didn't notice that that's where she actually spawns. Wow. Well, that was a lengthy one, but we are done with the Plane of Air. Zegany is dead. We got a Simple Ring of Purity. We got Zephyrus, Wand of the Flowing Wind. We got Elemental Leather Pant Pattern, and we got our Amorphous Cloud of Air to go with our what was it? Globe of Dancing Flame. So that's 2 of the 4 raid boss items we need from the elemental planes, I believe, to get into Plane of Time. I'm not sure what's next. In the next episode, we will likely be doing Plane of Water. Nice. So thank you for watching, guys. This was a very long one. I apologize. I don't know this zone very well. Got lost a bunch, but it's the process of getting Zegany dead for the first time is a bit long, since you have to do those ring events, the 4 ring events, and then kill the 4 avatars to get the key just to get up here to kill Zegany. But we did it without too much trouble either. Some of the mini bosses I found harder. I was tanking Zegany and who knows how many ads at the same time. 8, 10. And managed to kill her. Mostly with my dots, it seemed like, because I was focusing on meleeing down the ads. Somewhat long fight. I think I used Canny twice and Rabid Bear twice. Or Rabid Bear refreshed mid-fight and I was able to use it again. That is going to be it for this one. Again, next time we'll probably do the Plane of Water to get that third piece of the 4 to get to the Plane of Time. As always, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for the new subscribers. I see you guys. Thank you. Hope you're enjoying. Feel free to leave any comments, any questions. Let me know if there was anything helpful or I'm doing wrong or you have any suggestions for improvements. I'm all ears. But until next time, take care.